Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Charlotte Tilbury YouTube Live. My name is Rasheena Green, and I am the Education Content Manager for Charlotte Tilbury here in North America. We're so excited to have you here today, whether you're watching this live or you're streaming this at a later time. This class is how to get the Pillow Talk party look of your dreams. And Pillow Talk is really iconic. It's not only just a color, it's a full universe here at Charlotte Tilbury Beauty. And I'm going to take you through the steps of how to get a gorgeous Pillow Talk party look from eyes, cheeks to lips. But before we get into all that nitty gritty, I'd like to know, where's everybody joining from? I am broadcasting to you live from sunny Southern California. Actually, I think it might be a little rainy today. We'll see. But let me know in the chat where you're all joining from, and then we'll get started here in just a second. As always, if this is your first time joining our YouTube Live, or maybe you're a veteran and you've been to these before, I will go through some housekeeping tips. Number one, hello. This class is for you. So everything that we're going through, we will put links in the chat to the products. I have my partner, Danny, there. He's going to pop up these links. It'll take you to Charlotte Tilbury's website. You won't lose me. Don't worry. I'll still be around in another window. And you can click and shop immediately. In the past, we've sold out of products, so make sure that you are clicking those right away. What else? You can find me on social media at Rasheena Green Artistry, so feel free to add me as a friend. I'll add you back. Feel free to DM me if you have any questions about makeup or skincare or anything Charlotte Tilbury related. I'm happy to help. And I see some friends here in the chat. Hello in the Netherlands and Croatia. I don't know if we've ever had anybody from Croatia. Well, hello and welcome to everybody. Let's see, what other fun things? Ask questions. So in the chat, not only will Danny be putting links, but he'll be answering questions. I'll be answering questions if I see them in the chat. But other than that, that's the way the show's going to run. So let's go ahead and get started. I have already put on my skincare, of course, always starting with Charlotte's Magic Cream. And I'm also wearing my foundation base, which is going to be Beautiful Skin Foundation, as well as a little bit of airbrush powder and brows. So we are going to just be doing Pillow Talk eyes, cheeks, and lips. So it's all about color today, and it's all about the Pillow Talk universe. Hello in England and in Berlin. All right, so Charlotte always likes to start with eyes. A lot of times people want to do a lip or a cheek first, but we're going to start off with Charlotte's luxury palette in Pillow Talk Dreams. One of my favorite, you can kind of see mine already has a little belly button because I use it a ton. But what's great about Charlotte's luxury palettes is there's instructions written on the back. So you want to always start off with your prime shade, enhance, smoke, and then the pop shade always goes on with your fingers. So Charlotte does eyes using 2 brushes and her hands. I know sometimes you'll watch other videos with artists using 4, 5, 6 different brushes. Really, you only need 2. So we have Charlotte's smudger brush or blender brush and then her smudger brush. So we'll start today with Charlotte's blender brush, which we'll link as well in the chat. And then again, Charlotte's Pillow Talk Dreams luxury palette. So a lot of times people wonder, like, do I need to prime my eyes? Do I need to put, a base on, whatever? If you'd like, you could put concealer on your eyes. I have nothing on my eyes, just a little bit of my natural oils. But what's great about Charlotte's palette, if you didn't know, is there's already a built-in primer in her shadows. So I'm going to start off with the prime shade, and I'm going to just lightly dust this kind of all over the lid, into the corners, and kind of going up and out, just like that. Just so I get kind of just a all over wash of color, just like that, a little bit of shimmer. And this palette has a mixture of sort of frost, matte, as well as sparkle, so you get all the different textures. Another fun little fact is Charlotte's products are easy to use, easy to choose, and easy to gift. So I know we're in the holiday season, so not only are these products going to be linked individually, but we have a really cool set. It's our Pillow Talk Dreams kit, and it comes with pretty much every Pillow Talk SKU that Charlotte has. So a little bit more about the palette. Even though you have those 4 steps, you do not have to do a full dramatic eye. If you just start with the first 2, this is your day look. You add that 3rd one, that's your desk look. And then you add that 4th one, and that's your disco look. So we're going to take it all the way to the disco today by using all 4. But I'll kind of show you step by step what it'll look like as you build it if you want to do that for a day-to-day routine. So again, blender brush. I'm just sort of putting it on my lid, and I'm blending upwards and kind of outwards for an all over shimmer. A fun little fact too, if you are brand new to makeup and maybe you think you're not the best at putting on shadow, the trick is really to get a mirror, whether it's a hand mirror or you're looking at your mirror like this. But put your chin up and look straight down. So this way your eye is not closed and it's not going to alter the placement and the shape of where you're putting the shadow. Because sometimes people will close their eye and they'll try to put shadow and you're not going to get a good result with that. But if you just look down into your mirror, I have my full eyes open and I can see where those are going. Okay, so using the same blender brush, I'm just going to dust it off on this tissue that I have here. And now I'm going to go into the enhance shade. So we have the prime and now I'm going to go in the enhance. So this is clearly my favorite one because I just keep dipping into it and making a little belly button. But this one, with that same brush, I'm going to start in the outside corner, not the inside. And I'm just going to kind of make a little rainbow shape and go back and forth, but I want most of my color to be on the outside corner. So I'm going to use a mirror for this because it doesn't really look the same in the camera for me. So I'm starting on the outside and I'm kind of blending to the inside. Then the trick that Charlotte always likes to sort of teach is the youth boosting eye shape. So we always kind of go upwards and outwards. So once you kind of start here and you go in, then you want to blend upwards and outward. So you're almost kind of creating this cat eye illusion. And Charlotte is a big fan of obviously the feline flick. And this is going to elongate your eye as well. I have sort of close set eyes, like they're very close together versus far apart or even. So I always really like to bring that sort of smoke to the outside of the eye so that it actually gives the illusion that my eyes are a little bit further apart, if that makes sense. All right. So you can make this as dramatic as you want. You can put a little bit, you can put a lot. It's all about layering. So we start with the lightest color as I did, and we're layering the darker shades now. So I would probably call this the medium shade. So we already did the light all over. This is the medium in the corner. Don't worry if it goes past, like I will put eyeshadow up into my hairline. Like forget about facelifts. We're just gonna do the illusion with makeup. Now I'm going to go into the other eye. Again, I'm putting my chin up and I'm looking down into my mirror so that I have that real easy application help without having to close my eye. Hello. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I want to know in the chat, has anybody tried this palette? So this is the Pillow Talk Dreams palette. We also have the Pillow Talk Original palette, which is a little more baby pink. And then we also have our palette of pops, which is just all sparkle. That's a fun one. So that's really great for the holiday season. A great like New Year's Eve palette, I guess you'd say. So again, I'm just going in. I'm only using 2 shadows so far. I have the prime shade and then this is the enhanced shade. And the trick is too, if you feel like you are maybe not getting the results that you want when you're putting on the shadow, make sure you're just blending it. Truly half the magic about makeup is making sure that there's no recognizable lines. You don't want to know where one color starts and another begins. You want it to seamlessly blend into each other. So there's no sharp lines. That's the most important thing that you want to make sure that you're blending out. Just like that. And then obviously secondarily you want to make sure what you've blended is balanced with your other eye. So for the most part, we've got our color in there. We're going to blend it a little bit more in just a bit. But now I'm going to go in with my smudger brush, which Danny will link in the chat as well. So the same color that I just put on, I'm going to put it on the lower part of my eye. So remember earlier when I said, if you're doing the top of your eye, you look down into the mirror. When you're doing the bottom of your eye, you look up into your mirror. So I'm pretending my camera is my mirror and you can see how I have both my eyes open and look at how I get sort of like that 360 of color. It really opens, like look at how much bigger this eye looks than this eye. So let's go ahead and rim this side as well. And this brush is really fantastic, not only to apply shadows, but you can also smudge your eyeliners with this. You can apply eyeliners with this. So if you like to have more of a diffused look, this is a really great option. But look, now I have sort of like a full circle. Some people want to put so much eyeshadow on the top and nothing on the bottom, but it can really make it look not balanced. So it's always a good idea to kind of, whatever you do to the top, do to the bottom. All right, so technically this would be your day look. As I mentioned earlier, we have our 2 shades, so that could be your day. Now let's add this third color, the smoke shade, to create that sort of disco look. I'm gonna go back to my blender brush and I'm gonna tap into this sort of smoke shade. And earlier I had put this prime shade kind of all over the center of my crease. This shade, I'm just gonna kind of tap it onto the lash line and just this sort of outer corner. Because again, like I said earlier, we're sort of layering shades, starting from light, and then I did the medium already, and now this is the dark. And here's where you can go as dark as you want. If you're scared of intensity, then you do not have to go super dark with this. You can also use that smudger brush and just line this along your lash line. Let me show you, to kind of create more of like an eyeliner effect. So I'm just using that smudger brush, and you can kind of tap it along. Actually, let's put a little bit on the bottom too, to really just give more of like a diffused eyeliner look. So tapping, 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 tapping. And again, I'm just sort of focusing this on the outside corner. If you want to do a full like traditional smoky eye, you can make it so dark all over the entire lid, but I kind of want to just make it dark on the outside corner. All right, let's go ahead and do the other eye. And I'm not going to make this too intense because I just kind of want to do a softer daytime smoky eye, and then we'll take it to disco using that pop shade that I showed, and that's the very last step. All right, let me know again in the chat. I don't hear anybody saying that they've used this palette. Let me know if you've used the Pillow Talk Dreams palette, or have you ever used the Pillow Talk Original palette. All of those are both a hit, universally flattering, really on all skin tones. If you're a little bit on the richer complexion, this palette's going to be a little bit better for sure, as well as the palette of pops. If you're on the fairer side or you don't like too much drama with your eyeshadow, then you can just do the Pillow Talk Original. So there we go. Now the last step in the eyeshadow, this is again, I've already done the day look. This is the desk look. So maybe this is appropriate for office, whatever, working from home. Now I'm going to go in with this glittery one. This is the disco shade, so our pop shade. And you want to use your finger, not a brush. And I'm going to go really close. Justine, you should get this palette because check out how cool this is. Just using my fingers instantly, this is going to take this look from day to disco. And I'm just putting it on my lid. Don't worry about the fallout. We're going to just dust that right off. Or blow it off, right? All right, so look at how that really transformed that look from this to this. And it picks up so beautifully in different lighting too. Like I find that I get most compliments when I use a pop shade because it catches the light really well. Whether you're in natural lighting, outside, inside, like in a club, in a restaurant, this really pops. So here's the second one, just getting into the inner corner here, like so. And that really just kind of transforms that eye again from day to disco. I love that. And then I also really like to go in with maybe my pinky, and I'll put a little bit on the bottom of my eye. So I'm just going to give myself a little sparkle just on the bottom, because again, what I like to do to the top, I do to the bottom. So I'm just going to put my eyes up and a little sparkle here as well. Okay, so the shadow is on, but I feel like the eyes definitely could pop more. And the way that I'm going to do that is with a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of mascara. So the eyeliner that I'm going to be using is, of course, our Pillow Talk eyeliner. And this is a really pretty sort of burgundy aubergine shade. So beautiful on different eye colors. Like I have just, you know, pretty standard brown eyes, but you'll find as soon as I put this on, it kind of brings out a honey in my brown eyes. Because it has a little bit of a redder undertone to it, also super beautiful on green eyes, because red and green are complementary colors. But even if you have blue eyes, hazel eyes, whatever color eyes, this is always going to just sort of bring out different flecks of gold in the eye, which is really pretty. So again, I'm just kind of putting my chin up, and I'm going to just give myself a little flick here to again elongate my eye. And then I'm going to just pull this along the top of my eye. Normally I just kind of do the outside corner, But since this is not a dramatic black, I feel okay going all the way across just like that. So you can kind of see the difference between these two. It's starting to kind of look a little bit more complete. And I kind of want to put a little bit on the bottom. Charlotte herself is totally known for rimming her eyes with this liner. She does top and bottom, very feline looking. So I'm going to feel really inspired by Charlotte's makeup today and put some on the bottom as well. And this is long wearing, waterproof, safe for the waterline as well. So you can totally put it right in the inside. I'm going to do it right into the corner as well. Why not? And I'm going to connect it to that feline flake. But look at how dramatic this eye is now. It already, again, double the size of this eye versus this eye. Do you guys see that? Okay. So again, I'm just going to do a little flick on the outside here. It's always good to sort of, people end with the flick sometimes. I like to start with the flick. And then I'm going to line across like this. You can also not close your eyes if you want to. I have terrible vision. So a lot of times I have no choice but keeping my eye open. To really see what I'm doing. And what's great about this pencil is it's super soft, so you can manipulate it and kind of clean up the edge before it dries, but once it dries, it's pretty long wearing. So then you have it on for the night without having to worry about it like smudging or coming off. So let's put a little bit all the way to the inside. I know, as soon as I close, this is my bad eye. As soon as I close this eye, I'm like, I can't really see anything. All right, let's put a little bit on the bottom. I can see this because both of my eyes are open. And I'm going to go to the inside corner like that. So a super kind of dramatic, cranberry-ish, pinkish, rosy gold tone. But now to really make the eyes pops is I'm going to, pop. I'm going to really put a lot of Pillow Talk Push-Up Lash Mascara, which comes in this super black. It also comes in a color that matches this eyeliner. Anna, I would love to do your makeup. You can do this makeup too. I mean, truly that's what these YouTube tutorials are for, is watch this at your own leisure. Pour a glass of wine, get a slice of pizza, watch these over and over. You can kind of like follow along. Like once you buy your Pillow Talk products, pull this video up again and sit with me and watch it and do these steps step by step. So again, this is the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes Mascara. I love this mascara because it's got a really cool brush. So it's got two sort of flat paddles that are going to paint the mascara on. And then it's got two edges of bristles, which is going to really comb the mascara on. And I love it because this is going to really give you 24-hour vertical lift. So if you have lashes that maybe can't hold a curl and they sort of fall throughout the day, this is truly the answer to the best lashes of your life. This is not waterproof, but it is fade resistant and flake resistant. So I'm kind of just going back and forth from the root, making sure I'm getting every lash by using also the tip of the brush. And you can do as many coats of this as you want. It's buildable as well. But I'm going to do one eye, and then you can kind of compare and see the difference. I'm using the tip of the brush for the bottom lashes to really get every one of these. And I love a lot of bottom mascara. Some people don't put bottom mascara, but it makes such a difference, truly. Like, look at, again, I feel like every time I reveal one step, like, look at how much bigger this eye looks versus this eye. Can you guys see that? Let me know. Give me some hearts in the chat if you're seeing the difference on the size of my eye using this mascara. It's sort of wild. I love it. It's so transformative mascara. You know, a funny story is Charlotte actually gained passion for makeup by using mascara for the first time. So when she was younger, 13 years old, she was at school, and these girls sort of put mascara on her because she had really fair skin, red hair, clear lashes, and she didn't really wear makeup at all. And they sort of did an ambush makeover on her, and they put some mascara on her, and she looked in the mirror and she thought she looked so stunning and gorgeous, which she did. And then she went home, and as she was walking through the neighborhood, everybody was stopping her and they were saying, Whoa, you look gorgeous. You look stunning. Is that you, Charlotte? And she realized the transformative power of mascara and makeup. And from that moment, it sort of sparked an obsession for her. Hence, we are now blessed with Charlotte Tilbury Beauty. All thanks to a little tube of mascara. So that's where it all began. Justine has a question. Should I first put on the makeup and then do the eyes, or eyes first? It really is up to you. Charlotte likes to do a full face of makeup first, like a base of foundation. And then we'll do eyes, then we'll do lips, and we always end with blush. If you're afraid of fallout, don't be, because Charlotte products, you do not need to use a lot of it. And if you're getting fallout, you're just using too much. But I did my foundation and now I'm doing my eye. I'm very minimal on the fallout. So now I'm going to move on to lips. All right, I got a little lip conditioner. So let's take some of that off. Because this eye is sort of smoky, I want to do a little bit more of a nude lip. So I'm going to start off with Charlotte's Pillow Talk Lip Cheat. This is just where it all began. It's a really pretty natural color that matches your lip shade. So it's sort of your lips but perfected, Charlotte always says, and you can fill your whole lip in with your liner, or you can just line it. It's meant to resize and reshape your lips too, so feel free to go over. We always like to sort of overdraw the top center, like so, and the bottom center, like so. So you can see how much it kind of already looks like my lip shade. And then I'm going to hug it here, overdraw it in the middle, hug it tight here. You can overdraw it more if you want to, but it's totally up to you. Like that. And then I'm going to hug it tight into the corners here and also here. And you can go a little fuller. So this is if you just line it, like already it looks like, again, my lip size has doubled. Or you can fill it in if you want to, but I think I'm gonna not fill it in. So because we are doing, again, a little bit more of a smoky eye, I wanna do a nude lip. So even though I'm using the Pillow Talk original lip liner, I'm gonna be using the new Pillow Talk Fair lipstick. And this comes in our Kissing formula, which is just a sort of more soft satin versus the Pillow Talk original, which is a matte, hydrating matte. All right, and you can see this is more of a baby pink, and it's got a blue undertone to it. So what that means is we have colors that have more of a peachy or orange undertone, and then we have colors that have more of a bluer undertone. So this has no warmth in it. It's very cool. And I love cool tones. Ever since I've made my hair kind of red, technically I should be wearing warm tones, but I just do what I want. All right, so this is that soft sort of baby pink. I feel like once we put blush, it'll tie it all together. And even though this is a satin lipstick with a little bit of shine, I still want to give myself additional shine. So I'm gonna go in with Charlotte's Pillow Talk Collagen Lip Bath. And this is really nice because it's super high shine. Like you're gonna get a lot of, like we have a few glosses. This one is glossy, really, really glossy. So you get a lot of shine, stays on really well. Has kind of a minty taste to it, which is really nice too. Feels like it's kind of freshening my breath as I wear it. So you get a lot of high shine, really soft pink color, but I feel like I'm missing something, which I am. I'm missing cheeks. And I feel like I really want to give myself a lot of color on my cheeks. Normally when you're doing a more dramatic eye, you don't really do a lot of cheek, but listen, we're breaking the rules. I'm inspired by Sabrina Carpenter. It's the holiday season. I love a lot of blush. So I'm going to be using Charlotte's Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand in the shade Pillow Talk. And if you've never used these are really, really awesome. It's important that you know how to use them. So I'm going to show you first how to use it. So you'll take the top off like that. And then you're going to want to twist this to unlock. You see how I done that? Twist it to unlock it. Squeeze until a product comes out and then lock it tight. If you forget to lock it, it's going to squeeze in your cap and you're going to be not a happy camper. So I'm just going to put maybe like, oh, I need more. It did not come out enough. I'm going to put maybe like 3 dots here. Like that. Let's see if this is enough. This might be a lot. We'll see. And I'm going in with my Magic Complexion brush from Charlotte, and I'm just going to stipple like this, and I'm blending it on the apples of my cheek and back. And you can instantly see how pretty. It's literally, pretend your face is a canvas, and this is your paintbrush, and then this is your makeup. Like, pff, you guys, that's really cute. Let's do this side. I'm just stippling, so just making little tiny stamps. You don't want to really swipe it. What's great about Charlotte's product is everything is skincare infused, and everything works really well together, synergistically. So if you already have a full face of foundation on with powder, these wands are not going to affect the product underneath. It's not going to move the powder. It's not going to remove the powder. It's going to sit really beautifully on top. So I'm just giving myself a few little stamps. The light in here really blows this out, so it doesn't look as intense as it does as I'm looking in this mirror. I'm going to put a little bit just right on the tip of my nose there because all the kids on TikTok are doing that. Now I'm going to go in with my Pillow Talk Beauty Light wand. So the first one was more of like a matte blush, but at Charlotte, it's never truly matte. It's always a little bit of glow. And then this one is going to make that megawatt shine. All right, so again, twist to unlock, squeeze a little bit out, and then lock again. So this one I'm going to put just on the high planes of my face here, tip of my nose. There we go, and maybe like a little bit on the top of my lip. All right, I've locked it, so I'm putting the lid back on there. And again, you can use a brush for this. You can use a sponge. You can use your fingertips. I'm just going to go back in again with my Magic Complexion brush. And I'm going to just lightly, again, stipple, tap it. You don't want to really swipe it. And this is going to give you that kind of extra glow, that whip topping onto your blush. Glow, 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 like so. Love that. And then for the nose, I'm just going to use my finger for these glow, and then also the top of my lip. All right, we're wrapping up the look here. Let's do one little last thing, which I didn't put a link for this, but this is our Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Of course, we want to lock this makeup on for up to 16 hours. Search this on charlottetilbury.com. Give yourself a little fan. I'm going to do just the tiny tap of powder right in the T-zone. I'm using Charlotte's Airbrush Flawless Finish just to kind of take down excess shine in my T-zone. And this is going to conclude our look for the day. So I always feel like you got to zhuzh the hair. Let's get that final look. Get the bangs going. All right, everybody. This is the final Pillow Talk Dreams look for the holidays. I feel like a little Christmas angel. I feel like my cheeks look like little Christmas ornaments. This look is, again, super easy to do. We did it in 30 minutes. A little bit of a smokier eye, a soft pink Pillow Talk lip, and a cheek. I see all those hearts. I love it. Let me know if you guys have any final questions before we go. I like to wrap these classes up with my top 3 must-haves. So if I could only take 3 things this holiday season as a gift to myself, I would pick number 1, Pillow Talk Dreams Luxury Palette. Love this for, again, a day look, a desk look, or a disco look. We brought it all the way to disco today, so that'll be number 1. Number 2 would probably have to be the blush, because as I said, I cannot get enough of a Pillow Talk cheek. So this is the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand in the shade Pillow Talk. So those would be my 2, and then my 3rd and final one would probably have to be the Pillow Talk eyeliner. I really love how soft and subtle it is. I love that this is great for someone who feels that black is too overpowering and they're not loving a brown. Every time I see my friends wearing this and I catch their eyes in the light, I always say like, oh, you're wearing the Pillow Talk, huh? Because it's so beautiful and it looks so stunning on everybody. Again, I have really dark brown eyes, but you can kind of see they look a little bit more honey using these really pretty sort of pinky berry tones. So that concludes our class today. I hope everybody has an amazing holiday season. Make sure that you are shopping now for these products before they're sold out. Last but not least, you can get pretty much all of these products that I used in our Pillow Talk Dreams set. Danny will put the link into that. It's literally a beautiful pink treasure chest of all Pillow Talk goodies. So follow me on Instagram at Rasheena Green Artistry. Message me, friend me, I'll friend you back. I'm here to answer all of your questions, and have an amazing rest of your day and happy holidays, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.